Disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed in the following content belongs to the content creators and not the organization, its affiliates, or other employees. Viewer and listener discretion is advised.
My guy pretty like a girl, and he got 5 stories to tell. See both sides, section down. See on both sides, section down. To my left, so cool water. Eat it like I'm on the world. I got tattoos in Shibuya. Police see on all the underworld.
Hi, my name is Leía.
Hi, my name is Lele.
Hi, my name is Reese, and you have officially joined the Not-So-Adults podcast. Today, we will be talking about that girl culture as well as main character complex.
I want to add like a little segment because if we get into it, like we kind of get deep with stuff. So just to make it a little bit light, let's like each of us go along and just say what was like the highlight and the low light of, I don't know if it's low light, but highlights and low light of your weekend or something like that.
The low light of my weekend was I got a stomach bug and I was vomiting, which is awful. I felt really weak and sick. The highlight was that my girlfriend made me pancakes for breakfast.
That's so fun. We love pancakes.
That's my highlight and my low light.
Okay. My highlight of the weekend, which was also the low light, was traveling to Johannesburg. Like I flew on Saturday, came back on Sunday. So I was just a bit exhausted. It was a lot. So yeah.
I can imagine.
Okay, so my low light was I had to cancel plans with a friend. A friend I hadn't seen in a long time, so that was a bit of a bummer. And then my highlight is that it was my mom's birthday on Sunday.
Oh, happy belated birthday to your mom.
Happy belated birthday to your mom.
I'll make sure to pass on the wishes.
How did you guys celebrate her birthday?
Pardon?
How did you celebrate her birthday?
But we didn't do anything too big. My aunt came over and my mom's one friend came over who I also call auntie. And they just like had a blast here at the house, listening to music, doing what adults do best.
That's so fun though.
Yeah, they did have a really fun time. We didn't get cake, we got ice cream.
Ooh, ice cream.
So much
fun. What flavor?
Chocolate.
Gross. Disgusting.
Oh,
absolutely
come
disgusting.
Come on. It's the best one.
No ways.
Okay,
No
then
ways.
what ice cream flavor do you think is more supreme?
Vanilla. Duh. Why anything else?
No.
So, that girl culture. I pulled up a definition on the Urban Dictionary because obviously not everyone knows. Yeah. So it says that girl, the kind of girls that are on social media that have their life together. They are healthy mentally, physically, and emotionally. They have amazing grades. They eat healthy. They go to the gym. They meditate. They manifest and study like crazy to get good grades, but in an organized way. Everyone wants to be these girls, but guess what? They don't exist. This is what it says on Urban Dictionary, but guess what? They don't exist.
I agree.
I 100% agree as well.
That girl. It's not healthy. It's not healthy.
Right?
When do you have time to feel the bad
I don't know if you
emotions?
guys have seen, but there's been like videos on Instagram Reels and TikTok and stuff with like people balancing it out, like saying you can be that girl but also have like, go to parties and eat snacks and not like people are showing like that isn't healthy, and there's a balance of both that you need and not just one or the other.
Yeah. I feel like people don't. Sorry. Yeah.
No, sorry, I was saying I found another sort of definition for it. It's on a site called idvice.com. And it says girl boss culture isn't dead. It's rebranded as that girl now, that girl in quotation marks. And it says, this is your sign to become that girl, says a viral TikTok sound tracked by Harry Styles. Before proceeding to share aesthetic photos with phrases like healthy breakfast before yoga, face care, and self-love. As the latest addition to our social media vocabulary, the vague and indescriptive phrase that girl has become a source of inspiration on TikTok. There are thousands of videos documenting the that girl morning routine or the that girl summer inspiration with no definition of what exactly that means. The videos share a few common themes: waking up extremely early, taking aesthetically pleasing photos, working out, making your bed, and eating healthy, which is just a term replacing girl boss.
That's actually it, because we had that phase, didn't we? We had the girl boss phase, like, you go, girl. Yeah. I feel like it's really interesting, though. Like, the way that we kind of rebrand things just for the sake of keeping up with the times, right? Because the girl boss era was kind of for the millennials, like the people that are like just older than us.
And now like Gen Z is like doing their own thing.
Exactly. So it's basically the same. We're copying each other. History just repeats itself over and over.
Not only that, but Gen Zs didn't like the term girl boss, or they felt that it was too masculine and women were trying to be bosses like the men instead of doing their own thing, whatever. And so they basically just changed it, when the girl boss was essentially that, getting your life together, healthy, all over, all around, whatever. And then they just didn't like the term boss because it sounded too manly. So they changed it to that girl.
But then again, Harry Styles, like you said, Harry Styles basically is leading this movement. So
is leading a girl boss movement. Let's talk about that.
Wait, no, but hold on a second. Before that, Harry Styles is like an icon among the nation, okay? The theys, the gays, the girls, everyone, right? And I just feel like, yes, I understand why he is the face of this, not the face, but like behind this whole era. But I also am kind of confused. I'm like, wait, so are we doing it because we want to do it, or are we doing it because Harry said so? It's just...
Personally, this is the first time I'm hearing that Harry Styles is involved in the movement. So if I was probably because I wanted to.
Yeah. No, but that makes sense though. I feel like a lot of people, I didn't know before these told me. Sorry, I think I cut you off.
No, please continue talking.
No, I was just saying that I'm pretty sure a lot of us didn't know that Harry Styles was behind it. I literally did not know before Reese said it now. Yeah, I don't think, like, maybe some people didn't know, but others, I don't know. Is that why it became big?
Definitely. I mean, Harry Styles has a fan base, and fans like not soccer, sports supporters and whatever. They do crazy things to support their teams, and I think that it's the same with artists and people supporting their music and their thoughts and whatever. And so I definitely think that it's big because he has a big fan base. It's not to say that he technically started it, but just to say that he did inspire it, and because of his fan base, it got so huge.
That's so interesting.
It is. It really is.
I feel like everything like always comes back to balance. No matter what you talk about, it always has to come back to balance. I feel like it can be healthy to to put effort into yourself and your body, not to look a specific way, but to take care of yourself and how you feel inside your body. And to also remember that you don't have to be constantly doing everything. Like in your definition on Urban Dictionary, like constantly studying and constantly exercising and working out and eating healthy, that isn't healthy because it's an extreme of one side. You have to do nothing. You have to relax. You have to rest your body because that's also part of being healthy and taking care of yourself. Your mind also has to relax. You have to eat unhealthy food sometimes because it's a balance of both things, or else it's not healthy.
No, 100%. That is, I think that is
Completely
what,
agree. It's
yeah.
not healthy. You're spreading yourself too thin. And it's
Like
not
set
sustainable.
unrealistic standards for yourself or expectations on yourself. Because you're not expected to just be this perfect person all the time. You're a human being. Let yourself be human.
Exactly.
I feel like people forget that very easily.
And I also feel like like the videos that I've seen of that girl, like it's like I've seen men on Instagram Reels and TikTok do the same thing. They just wouldn't call it that girl, but they would show their exercise routine and they'd show their they're eating healthy and doing all the healthy that girl stuff. But they're not calling it that girl because the word girl is obviously with the term that girl. So you're not looking at it as that branded thing or that video as something as a part of a movement or a different like a subcategory or a genre of something. You're not looking at the video with the context of that girl. So the way you're interpreting it is also different because there isn't that connotation behind it. Does that make sense? I don't know.
It does. It does. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I just feel we like labeling things that don't necessarily need labeling, because then we always do this. We just extreme. We just over sensationalize certain things, and then people want to be that because it's the new trend, right? But people were just doing this in their daily lives in general, and now we put a label on it, and now people feel like, oh my gosh, it's this whole new way of living, as if it's not just being a basic, like the basic needs for yourself, just taking care of yourself. The positive about it is that people are thinking about taking care of themselves. Definitely. Even if it's for online in the beginning, I feel like a lot of people are growing with it and just realizing that, oh, I can take care of myself and still like be, nice to myself.
Exactly.
I'm just reading here.
Even if you're doing it for how it looks. Sorry, please go.
No, I was saying I'm just reading here. Further on in the article, it says, as long as we're constantly striving to achieve unrealistic ideals and treating ourselves as projects, the capitalistic mentality remains and mental health suffers.
Yeah.
And I just thought that was pretty much the gist of this whole that girl mentality.
Yeah. I also think so. Like, everything always comes back to balance.
And you're right about that. I don't know how we do it though. That's so funny.
I think like the weirdest thing is labeling things. Like I've never understood that. Even like all of us are like Gen Z, but like when I started like going on Instagram more and being on TikTok and stuff, I'd see things, but then I wouldn't really understand the purpose of labeling. Like even with sexuality and stuff, like I would have conversations with friends and stuff, and they would like, I don't know what my sexuality is. I feel like I need to have a label so I know where I fit in, and I feel like that's also a very like labeling can be toxic. It can be helpful in some aspects, but it can be toxic too, because like you're defining something as one thing with no room for growth or change. And I feel like that's the unhealthy aspect, is that defining and specific thing. Like maybe your sexuality is gay, but then for one moment in a day you end up kissing a man and liking it. That's not not validating your own sexuality. It's like for that moment, that's what it was, and that's okay. And you continue on with life. And as you grow and change as a person, so do all the other things about you. It's not one thing that's always the same all the time. And I think it's like the same in nature. It's the one constant law of the universe. Everything's always changing and growing. And it's the same with everything else, in my opinion. Like, nothing ever is going to stay the same. And even if you change for a moment, and it was only for that moment it was that, and that's okay, because you're human, and you're allowed to be different things at multiple different times. You're allowed to feel something and completely change your mind the next day. You're allowed to think something and change your mind the next day too, because that's a part of growing and changing and learning.
You're 100% right. That basically summarized it. That's no, I can't say anything after that. That was it.
Exactly. And so I think that now would be a good time to move over to the main character syndrome. Now, the main character syndrome is a term popularized once again on TikTok to describe self-centered people. Having main character energy typically means someone sees others in their life as supporting actors. Experts say main character syndrome is usually a response to feeling out of control in one's life.
Interesting.
So how is that?
I feel like it's okay to romanticize your life, but not view yourself as like the main character and everybody else in your life is supporting characters, because we're all people and we're all people. No one is like more than another person. You can romanticize your life and pretend it's a movie, but also remember your friends and your family are also people. And you have to like, you're not more important or at a higher standard than they are. It's like you're all equal and human, and what they feel and what they think is also important. Just because like you're the main character because you're living in your body doesn't really change that.
So, okay, can I pose a question then? So, if, say everyone that had like main character syndrome, right? If they thought that everyone was like the main character of their own life, so everyone's a main character, do you think that would kind of balance the whole thing?
No, I don't think it would create more balance.
Oh, I thought you were
yeah. I think it's okay to like sometimes look at things that way, but as long as you're not basing your principles and morals and how you treat people on your main character syndrome, like you can't base those things on that, but you can like in the moment maybe you feel that way, and that's okay to feel that, but just don't be toxic with it. It's just about like understanding that you're also a human being and life isn't always a movie.
Okay, but okay, what if, okay, so in Euphoria, if you haven't watched it, it's okay. You just need to know basic things.
I love Euphoria.
Rue, she's the main character, but her life is not good. So what if a person doesn't necessarily view themselves as better than anyone? They're just feeling as if they're in the movie. Fine. Yeah, see, I was just trying to like...
That's not being toxic with it.
That's the thing. Because I feel like if people... it comes down to balance again. Because
always.
Because if somebody is thinking that they are like the best, they are... We've just put this pedestal.
Like everyone around them is just like supporting characters. They're all supporting characters. They don't matter because I'm the main character, which validates my actions and my experiences, even if they're wrong, because I'm the main character. So how I affect them doesn't matter because they're just supporting characters, That's not really fair. But if you're not looking at it like that and it's like, oh, my life is kind of like a movie, but you're not looking at yourself in that way, then it's completely fine because it's not harming to yourself or to other people. because thinking of yourself and other people that way can be harmful to yourself too, as much as it is harmful to others.
Reese, you wanted to say something?
To
I saw
build on
you.
what Leía just said.
Yeah.
Yeah, to build on what Leía just said, right? It sounds essentially everyone is the main character of their life. It's my life, so technically I am the main character of my life. And that's the difference, is I'm not the main character of everyone else's lives. I'm the main character of mine.
There we go.
And main character syndrome can be like, when you search these things on Google, it's actually amazing. All these things come up. Is main character syndrome just narcissism? Is it a God complex? Is it all these other things? There's tests you can do to see if you have main character syndrome. Obviously, don't self-diagnose yourself with anything.
Guys, can we actually do that?
Take a test? Yeah.
Let's do a test.
Yeah, let's take a quiz.